All right, so we have the EZoneTronics head unit right here. Links down below if you're interested in getting one for your Hyundai. And I got a little Hyundai right here. So we're gonna be doing an install today. Hope you guys are ready and strap in. I'm gonna disassemble the OEM, put in the bad boy aftermarket. Right, so we have the, oh shoot. So we have the Hyundai Elantra. What model is it? What year is this car?
2013.
So it's a 2013 and we're gonna be installing a 2013. Now to remove your OEM, it's actually pretty easy. We're gonna have to remove these pieces first. And you can use that plastic tool remover or your fingers. So you just kind of get under it and then you just kind of pop it. I have these pre-popped for the video sake, but you can see these clips right here. You pull it straight out. So the way we went for it is we started like right here, pry it. You want to be forcing it this way. After that, it's going to reveal these screws right here. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are Phillips screws, right?
Yep.
So they're going to look like this, and there's 4 of them, and you just remove that. That's going to remove the trim, and that's going to... Did you screw these ones in right here?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so we still have to remove these 2 right here. So 2 on each side. I think I'm sitting on the screwdriver. And we're just gonna remove that. Whoop. So a 2013 Hyundai. What kind of features did your car originally have? Did it have Bluetooth and stuff like that?
No, it did not.
Wow, so it didn't even have Bluetooth.
Yeah, it was an oldie. 2013. Didn't have all the nice stuff you guys have.
What do you mean nice?
Bluetooth,
Wi-Fi, Google Assistant, YouTube. Now, do you need YouTube? No, but if you're sitting in your car for whatever reason at a drive-through or like, you know, you're just sitting in your car waiting for your shift to be over, that's it. You want to watch YouTube. So after removing 4 of those screws, the whole unit just pulls out. And my assistant is gonna show that right here. Now it is heavy, be careful and watch for these brackets because they are kind of sharp. You can tell right there. You wanna pull it straight out and then you wanna unplug all the wires right here, which we did. So they're gonna have the main speaker wires for front, rear, power, accessories. You're gonna have a radio, and this was another antenna. Did you have XM radio?
Yes, I did.
So that's in your XM antenna radio. We're not gonna reuse this because the new head unit does not have XM. And yeah, that's a pretty easy uninstall of the factory. And now we're gonna install the new one. All right, so look how beautiful this unit is, and you can kind of test fit it. Oh, it fits in all good. Make sure for your Hyundai Elantra, even though it's the same model year, you want to make sure these pieces match up. The fitment around the top is actually different sometimes, so our case, it's good. So we're gonna have to plug in the black wire, the black harness right here to the OEM harness. I'm just gonna plug that bad boy in. Yeah, yeet, yeah, yeet, and that's good. And then we have the antenna.
Oh, that's USB.
Yeah, USB. No, the antenna's right here. Yep. And we're just gonna fit it in the back so that this antenna is gonna fit right here. This black cable is gonna fit right here, and this USB is gonna fit in the small USB right here. So if you can get that in. Do you need me to help hold it or no? You just plug it in.
Oh, first of all, I'll put that on. And last, it's a little tight.
Yeah, get that USB in there.
Which one is it?
Should be,
There you go.
should hear that's nice. Make sure this one's snapped in all the way too. Is it plugged in all the way?
Yeah, it is. And we got this last one right here. 2-prong USB. Ready.
And then you're gonna have to kind of work your magic. It's a little bit hard to get in camera, but get that antenna. That antenna is for your radio signal. Now we still have the GPS one right now, but we're gonna focus on this setup first, make sure it runs until we add additional features. Now there are some guiding holes right here. So these little nipples right here, you wanna make sure they line up. Line up here, line up here. This side is not lining up, so we gotta make sure. Sometimes you just gotta give it a little oof and boom. So the next process I would do is I would fire up the car, make sure it turns on. If it doesn't, check your wiring. If it does, kind of mess with the settings, make sure there's sound and stuff like that. Now we have it say Kia. We can change that, so don't worry, you can change that in the settings, but that's the initial boot. So we do have it right here, guys. Let me see if I can make it a little bit brighter, if you guys can see that. But we have all the settings right here. Let's try Bluetooth and radio, make sure everything works. So it's radio right here. We are getting audio from what you can, if you guys can hear that. We might have to go in the settings and adjust the radio frequencies, so it's United States. But other than that, we should be good. Almost 6.5. There you go, we got sound. Alright, so we know the system works and everything with Bluetooth. We're actually gonna install that GPS wire and just a little screw over there. I'm just gonna screw it in, boom. And now we slowly fish it back, make sure the fitment's good, and we're gonna screw in. Remember how we did 2 screws each side? One right here, one over there, one over there. Yeah. So there's 3. So there's 3. Woo. We had the little guiding holes. Make sure the guiding holes go in. Guiding hole.
Okay, right here.
Guiding hole here. This one needs to be a little bit in more. Ooh, good fitment, good fitment. Check out that fitment, boys and girls. Now we're gonna screw that in, and it's looking good.
The little shells back on. This goes on this side. All you do is just put it in.
This is probably the hardest part of the install, huh? These removing these little trims, because they're just held by plastic retainers, so they do require a little force to.
Yeah. But don't be afraid to pop it off.
Yep. There it is. Let's get can we fire up the good old car and see how she does. But there you guys have it. We have Android version 10, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of storage. There's the build number and IP. We have other things like system, text size, apps and notifications. You have the launcher and everything. Our Bluetooth works, our radio works. Let's check out the navigation. Looks like it uses this app called Here. Don't want to really go into it and get all that set up, but yeah, I mean, you can download stuff. You got Easy Connect to do mirror screen play. There's Google Maps, and bam, that's really important for a lot of people. The Google Play Store, so you can download more apps. You got Waze in here, YouTube, Toolbox. Let's go to Toolbox, I've never seen that. One-click setups, Easy Connect, activation close, update APK, OBD2. So a lot of these features I actually don't know what this is, but something you can check out. Instructions, EQ. So car kit. Try save. Interesting. So there's a lot of settings in here. After sales. And most of this stuff I don't know what it is. But yeah, it's there.
A lot of bells and whistles to
play around with, yeah, for sure. So yeah, that was an interesting video. Remember, if you found this video kind of helpful, don't forget to smash that like button. It helps my channel a lot. And if you guys were interested in buying this head unit, it's around 160 bucks, 150 bucks. You can find that in the links down in the description below. Remember guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Why don't you just have a giveaway this one?